Hey guys, good morning. It's TC here again. We're going to look at another tank review today. Today we are going to look at the Tier 8, one of the Tier 8 Russian tank destroyers. This is the ISU 152. And you see we've got one mark on the excellence on the barrel, and we're zooming in on the second mark as well. This is the original troll cannon as it's known, thanks to this monstrous gun you see equipped here. This is the BL-10, it's 152mm. Technically it's a howitzer, however it fires AP with 286 pen, 329 if you choose to load APCR and be a filthy scrub lord, and 90 with its HE shells. It takes a long time to aim, takes a long time to reload, 15.919 seconds in my configuration currently, but it hits with a punch. So as usual, we'll have a quick look through the crew skills, we'll have a quick look through the tank, how I've got mine set up, and then we'll jump into the replay. A bit of a longer one today for you. We've got two replays for you, both ace tankers. So you'll have two replays to look forward to at the end of this review. So let's start with it. For full crew, as you see, we have 5 crew members here. We have the commander, the gunner, the driver, the loader, and another loader as well. As you can see, we've gone with, for the commander, we've got 6th Sense, camo, and recon. Then Deadeye, camo, repairs, clutch braking, camo, repairs, and safe stowage. Safe stowage, camo, and repairs. I may retrain these and put BA on it because obviously since quite a few patches ago they changed the camo values on tank destroyers when you pull the trigger. So I now play this in a little bit more of a brawler fashion. It doesn't really have much armour in the way on it, but it's not too bad at all, and as you can see we have got some sloping going on here, and the gun mantle is nice and thick as well. But I do brawl with it a bit more than I used to. It's got 1010 hit points, which is actually quite on the low side for the heavy tier 8 tank destroyers now. The Borsig there is on 1100. That's always had quite low hit points though because it's quite stealthy, quite manoeuvrable. But when you start looking at like your Furdies, your Jagdpanther 2, the AT-15A for example, the T-28 Prot and the T-28. You're starting to look at 13, 14, 1500 hit points there, so those things can take a hit. For some reason the old ISU here has been overlooked. I'm guessing it's because of the gun, because there is nothing else at this tier that can do the kind of alpha damage that this gun can do. I mean obviously you could fit the 150mm to the Borsig and run pure heat, but this thing does it out of the box. So yeah, 700 horsepower engine means it's pretty sprightly. It does get up and move. It's very slow on its traverse, which is why I've gone for clutch braking on the driver, to try and get it to turn quicker on the spot. It takes 15.19 seconds, as we said, to reload, and you do get a very limited supply of ammunition on this vehicle. You do only get, now let's see how many in total do we got here. We have 5, 8. Yeah, you only get 20 shots, so it is hard capped at a little over 15,000 hit points of damage with your average rolls of 750. So replays where you see people doing 10 or 12k with this thing, they will be getting very close to running out of ammunition, and they will have got on par rolls. The main thing about this tank is the penetration. It's just insane. I mean, 286 at tier 8. When this thing is top tier and you're against tier 6s, no amount of angling will bounce that shot from anything you meet. And if the person if you get the miracle bounce on this thing, thank your lucky stars. Because it does hit like a train. However, like all TDs, it's very short-sighted, 350 meters. As you can see, because I've got with binoculars and I'm training recon on the crew, you can see I bumped that up to 445 with that. It's still very short-sighted, so the binoculars are a major equipment fit to that. So we'll have a look at that now. I've gone with what I would class as what I would say is a classic TD setup. Your binoculars, your rammer, and your camouflage net. I haven't got around to changing this yet, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to swap the camo net out for ventilation. As you can see, because of the weight of the vehicle, it just gets into a class 3 ventilation at this stage, so it's quite expensive. As I'm filming this is half price this weekend because it's the Wargaming League Finals. Navi won, for anybody that's interested. Sorry if it's a spoiler, but hey. So that will give you 5% to all crew skills, so it'll turn faster, it'll reload faster, so I can get possibly a sub 14-second reload out of this tank. And I could also get the enhanced gun lane drive and drop the binoculars, but the view range, and the view range is pretty important to me. So I think I'm going to stick with the binoculars, the rammer, and vents or camo net yet to be decided. But as you'll see from the race replay, you don't feel too hampered with that reload. You can still work it. So that's my view on the tank. We've got the usual large repair kit, large first aid kit, automatic fire extinguisher as you'd expect. So yeah, let's get into the replay and let's see how we do with this thing. Okay, so here we go. As we can see, we're on mines here on Hillsdorf. So what we'll do is we'll speed up the replay just to get into the game as quick as we can do. As you can see, it's a tier 9 maximum game on Himmelsdorf. Quite nice matchmaking. So we'll drop it down to standard speed. There's still a bug in the replay. I've noticed this on a few of the other YouTubers' replays as well. You don't seem to. It doesn't seem to actually. You seem to get double chat messages. So you have to ignore that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adopt the standard tank destroy position here. Bit annoyed. We only spot that T20, that T30 for here. So not able to pull a shot out on him. However, somebody there next to us can try and snipe the cupola, but it bounces because it lands a little bit shy of the target. You'll find that with this gun, you're dealing with a gun with 0.4 plus accuracy, so you're not going to be able to do the damage all the time. Take aim again, but as you can see, not even in the same postcode. We'll take a hit from a T28 prototype there, which is our own T28 prototype. He doesn't stop, he doesn't apologise. No idea what's going on in that guy's head there. He's clearly just decided he can put a shot on the moving into me. But he does finally apologise, so we let him on his way. Back here looking for a shot. The T28's turret is turned. We aim at the star. 750 on the nose, straight through the turret, and that guy is having a very bad day. Wait to see if we can get another shot. Now this is a bit wasteful, this, of our time, but it makes sense. The Waffenpanzer takes out the T30. So we're still waiting for shots here. A little bit wasteful of time. We could have probably pushed down this line a bit better. We missed the shot on the back of the T34 turret. It was a very, very shallow angle. We had to shoot him. There's an ISU around the corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to push forward. The Waffle takes out that tank there. I noticed that we've lost the hill, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing around here because we've got a lot of tanks coming down here. The CDC will get taken out in very quick succession. There's the T49, there's the T43, the IS behind him. That guy is absolutely boggered. T49 has gone round him. The CDC's running, however, he's not going to last long. And there he goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait here. We pre-aim just a bit away from the corner to allow for the spotting mechanics. T49 blunders, literally just blunders around that corner. Should have known better, that player. And we take him out with a single shell. So far we're up to 1400 damage already. But we've done the right thing. We've stopped them going towards our base. We've now started capping with our two M41s. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to defend the base from this push here. I set up here, trying to get better shots, but as you can see, can't really get comfortable with the shots here. The IS takes out the Conqueror. I stop, the T34 goes forward, and quickly gets made mincemeat of by these. IS3 comes round and 767 shot through him. The IS3 backs off very quickly, but 4 seconds, and that T43 is loaded. There we go. We allowed him to win that engagement by making sure the hit point advantage was in our help. T34 is tracked, so we pull round, bit of auto aim, point and click. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go quite aggressive. We're doing 2 kills and up to 2.3k of damage. Start heading down the road here towards the KV4 in support of this T34. T34 pulls off to go hull down if he needs to. We're going to keep on the inside line. As you can see here, like we said, it's not a slow vehicle. This is nice and mobile, pretty quick. Surprise KV4, we turn back up to get a good shot into his flank. 174 hit points, and our team kills him. We turn to head off to take on the Bulldog. Bulldog puts 1 into us. We're now on a low enough hit points that we can kill this Bulldog if required. Our team keeps pushing forward though, so I join them in the push forward. I then bear off up this road here to take me away from the Bulldog. As you can see, we've got a Super P there in the cap defending it. I'm just going to casually come round the corner. He's got his sight to us. We aim. Put him on fire. He uses the automatic fire extinguisher. The T32 blocks us. We bounce the return from the Super P. And then he doesn't shoot us, so I think we take his ammo rack out here. Auto aim again. Another shell, doesn't even go anywhere near it, but he gets killed. And all that's left is a T33, who's going towards cap. I'm up to 3.8k of damage, as you can see, nearly 4,000 WN8 in this tank. The Conqueror's saying we should all cap, and it's like, no, come on, we've got this. Let's not be hasty. Conqueror there though is a pretty new player, so you know he's probably anxious to win his game at turn 9. So, the Conqueror's already going GG in chat. I put the message in chat, don't cap, it's fine, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. We've got this. We're looking for more damage, see if we can get over the magical 4k and 4 kills. We're looking for this T43, now he was last seen coming down the hill. So, well, my think is, I think he's flipped his tank if I'm honest. The AMX flips it around, and it's at this point where our T34 finds the unfortunate fella. As you can see, when we come around the corner, he has indeed flipped his tank. So we come round the corner, insert the gun, take him out the game. And there we go, that's our 3rd kill, and that's 4.1k of damage. The post game stats for that game, and then we'll look at the second one, okay? As you can see, like we said, it was a Mastery Ace badge. 50,392 credits with 5,463 XP. That was for a triple. So, you know, we've got some really good damage rolls across the game. If we have a look at the team, as you can see, we're clear by just a shade over 600 hit points from the Conqueror there with 4.1k, giving us a base XP of 1241, and we got the Fire for Effect medal. And you do fire 10 shells, of which 8 connected and only 7 penetrated. It is a nice tank to be able to do some of the tank destroyer missions that involve doing high damage output. As you can see though, we did get 4.3k for that callous 300 hit points of damage that we took from the T28 prototype. Hopefully next time he'll be a little bit more careful with his shots rather than driving and trying to snapshot in that tank. Overall profit 34,194, and the overall WN8 for that game 5,127. Nice warm-up game. However, better is to come. Okay guys, here we go. This was the very next game, I believe, that I played with the ISU on this session. We'll speed it up again. As you can see, we're on the Prokhorovka map. Standard game mode. It's the only game mode I really use. Okay. I ask our scouts if they can get the magic bush. As you can see, I'm quite heartened to see that our Walker Bulldog is already on the way. So my initial deployment, as you can see, I'm going to just slow the replay down to double speed only, okay? Is I'm going to use these bushes here. Now I'm spotted straight away, quite annoying. Take a shot at the there at the Easy 8 Sherman, but we do take a shot in return. Looking for a shot on the Chaffee, but the Chaffee gets taken out. M48's back. So we start the game off, 134 hit points, 1 shell. That's all the guy had. I keep getting spotted every time I pop up here, so I blind fire into the bush because I think there's a tank there. Now our Bulldog starts to dash forward, and there we go. Type 64 spotted. On the move, 580 hit points, that's that guy out of the game. I then start to push forward. There's the YAG-88 and the AC. The AC is flank on. Put the shell into him. We'll slow the game down to normal speed. So far we're up to 1400 already. Now we do take a blind shot, I believe, looking for that shot on the YAG Tiger. Still waiting for the Bulldog to provide targets for us. As you can see, because of the new game mechanics, we can see down here. I'm looking for a shot here on the outline. However, Oni up. Half the Oni's health at 814. That's a really strong damage roll there. KV-85 behind him. Yeah, I think we can one-shot him. Let's have a go. He disappears. We look for the Oni instead. No, the shell didn't connect. I have to be careful with this tank because you can get a bit wasteful. So I start pushing forward now with these guys because basically I'm going to be the eyes. We've lost our scout. I stop away from a binoculars to come up, see if I can spot him. As you can see, the dynamic view range is changed on the minimap there. 2.2k and 2 kills so far. Everybody else continues to charge forward, so I take a more stood off approach. I move a bit out into the open here because I'm quite confident and comfortable with the cover between me and the other tanks here. Stop again, we wait for the camo net and binoculars to kick him. Tiger 2. That's a below average damage roll there, isn't it? 629 hit points. I look for the snipe shot on the Cupola, but he disappears too soon. There's the YAG Tiger. There was the YAG Tiger. 3.1k. There's the Oni. However, there's the AC, and there's the KV-85. Let's get the most out of the shell, should we? Sorry, KV-85. Good catch though, and a very low damage roll. 3.7k of damage. IS there, sat in the middle of the field. Can we see him? Yeah, we can. Load, shoot, 711. Damage rolls again a bit better. I'm conscious about my flank because we haven't yet got this one. And there is a couple of tanks, as you can see on the minimap there, in and around E6. We're up to 4.5k of damage, and I need one more kill for a mission. A43. Hello, sir. Well caught. 877 damage. Now, I wasn't aware at the time, but that was my last AP shell, as you can see. I'm now down to HE. This is going to be interesting. No shot on the IS. However, there is a Sherman down there. IS-3. Now, it is at this point, when I put this shell into the IS-3, that I realise what I'm actually firing. We let the aim come down. 309, 389. So yeah, it's still a big damage roll. It's nearly 400 hit points of damage, but it's with a HE. And it's at this point I realise what I'm actually firing. So I decide I have to switch to the more expensive ammunition. I'm afraid it's APCR. But I've got to start getting the damage out. There's a T32 and a CDC down south. There's the OI there on 300 hit points. Oh, well, if he's going to stay there for much longer. This is a waste of a shot. I could have used HE for this. and I miss anyway. That's a waste of a very expensive shot. So I'm reloading the HE, as you can see, because I'm looking to engage the CDC. We're up to 5.7k of damage with 7,045 WN8. I get spotted, but I've got the wrong ammunition loaded to shoot the T-32. But we take the shot anyway. 268 is better than a kick in the teeth. We keep getting spotted, so we know the CDC is nearby, and there he is. So we aim. Yeah, 690 through the front of the turret. We'll take that. And then the CDC kills us. Disappointing end to the game there. 8.2k WN8 and 6.7k of damage. I was a little bit gutted to end on a death here, unfortunately, but what can you do? I apologise to the CDC because I ran out of AP, so he doesn't think we were spamming APCR all game. It's always wise to apologise. As you can see though, he was the only person who put consistent damage into us, as you'd expect from somebody with his stats there. So now it's just a clean-up operation. He's sat there on 5 kills, he's had a fantastic game, and we're just sat waiting. We'll speed up the replay. We'll get to the end here. The hunt continues for the CDC. There he is, he's spotted and he's nuked. Let's see the post-game results, should we? Here's the post-game results for that game. As you can see, we got a mastery badge, we got a bruiser, we got a duelist, fire for effect, confederate, and high caliber. 75,445 credits with 2,051 XP, and as you can see, this was undoubled or trebled. That was just raw XP. Overall WN8 was 8.4k for the game there. Team score, as you can see, head and shoulders above everybody else. There was 6.7k of damage and a 1,367 base experience. We did do more than our fair share of work. As you can see, you'd have to add the next 3 players up to get close to the damage we outputted in that game. This team was just, you have to get up here to the 5th member of the 5th player on their team before you start seeing any real damage output, and it's a tier 6. To have a Tiger do 1 hit point of damage, not to mention the ONI doing nothing and the OI doing nothing, it's a big detriment to that team, so that was very unfortunate. I was very lucky with this. But still, 6.7k of damage is nothing to be sniffed at. So there we go. Detailed report: 16 fired, 12 hits, 12 penetrations. It kind of, it's kind of a bittersweet symphony, this, because there are a couple of missions that if I'd had activated, I would have actually completed. So yeah, bit of annoyance, but anyway, if you're grinding up to the ISU, you've got some real corkers on that route. The SU-85B is a padder's dream. It still is a very overpowered tank at tier 4. The SU-85B, the SU-85 after it is a bit meh, but it's still okay, I think, from what I understand. The SU-100 gets a choice for a fantastic 122mm gun or a very quick firing 100mm. And that all depends how you want to play the SU-100. It's quite a quick type TD as well, a blue 50 kph, so you can play it quite aggressively. The SU-152 is all about the 152mm howitzer. So one recommendation for you all, by the way, for those of you grinding up: grind out the guns on the SU-152. Now, they don't lead anywhere, however, it will mean that once you get the ISU-152, you can grind out the BL-10, and you are better to grind out the BL-10 with the howitzer, because you get used to the slow reload, you get used to that kind of ponderous gun handling which the BL-10 has, and you can still do good consistent damage of 300 or 400 per shot, irrespective of what tier you're shooting at. And of course, HE Rex modules, it kills tanks, so I would strongly suggest you consider doing that way. Anyway, that's the end of the ISU review. If you're new and this is the first time you're here, welcome. Please click the subscribe button. We'd love to have you here for more videos. Coming up today, we're going to look at the IS7 in a bit. We're going to look at the super perishing in a bit. We're going to look at a couple of other tanks as well, I think. And hopefully, if I can fit it in for you, we will do the medium tank crew and equip and go through the different options there. So anyway, thanks for joining us. I'll catch you later, guys. See ya.